Okay, so from what I've heard, Assassin's Creed is Shadows is okay. That's honestly what I've heard. That it runs alright for once. I was never gonna play the newer Assassin's Creed games, I will be honest, because they just don't look fun to me. I've never looked at any of the games where they just have health bars and I can't one-shot kill with a good assassination attempt and just be like, oh, no, it isn't good. Oh, well, I never really had high expectations for this game. I feel like with each Assassin's Creed release, our expectations have gotten lower to just saying, it works, it goes well, is basically the port. The old Assassin's Creed games were good. That's insane. I'll be honest, Link Rose. I don't even know what to think about that. But yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows was not something I was ever really getting into. Because, as I said before, I would just play Ghost of Tsushima because I have the game already. Honestly, though, I did Ghost of Tsushima for a 24-hour stream, so I'm not sure if I can play it again. Oh yeah, I forgot they added like not loot box mechanics, but microtransactions in their single player games. That's one of the things that definitely turned me off when I saw that once. Cuz I'm like, why would I ever do that? That I'm not going to pay money to make my game shorter. It's even worse than newer games. Oh dear god. What was the last Assassin's Creed game I played? It was the industrial one again. Yeah, that's what it was. I have all three. Honestly, if you can, just buy some of the old Assassin's Creed game for a bundle. Get Black Flag. You'll have fun with Black Flag. Like, that's one game that I will always suggest because it's just a good game. Syndicate. Yeah, that was Syndicate. I stopped playing Syndicate, like I've said this story before, because I went into a cutscene, all of the characters were invisible except for the objects they were holding, and there was no sound. Assassin's Creed 3 was really good. I liked the main character for that. I can't remember what Native American tribe he was actually from, though. I can't. I wish I did remember. Damn me. My lack of. Oh yeah. Also, if you want to try another cool, basically pirate game, you know what? Yakuza, like a pirate, basically would just feel like someone was angry about Black Flag and wanted to make their own pirate game just because of it. Or was angry about Skull and Bones, sorry.
I mean, that does make sense.
Yeah, so I'm surprised that such a good game. You can drift your... Oh, you can drift your pirate ship. I just want a really good pirate game where you can make your own crew and customize it how you want. Is that too much to ask for?
Yes.
Apparently.
No, it's never too much to ask.
There's a pirate fighting. Okay, let's see what FLEEKAZOID has to say.
Yo, what's up, player? Sorry, I was just practicing my Japanese. Pips, we did it.
What?
Assassin's Creed Shadows is a hit. Our stock is zooming, so it's actually in the flea fall.
Don't believe
we got
that.
another million players. Hell, make it 2 million more players. Fuck them, they can't prove anything. It works. The stock is skyrocketing because
it's really not. Ubisoft is dying, I think.
You could also have a negative $2,000 raise. Eat shit and die.
I mean, have you seen other choices lately?
The one thing I'll say this, the only thing people at Ubisoft I feel bad for is the people down below that always have to do the crunch for these stupid games that obviously they have to work on. I feel bad for the people on the down
Hired
low.
a few years ago to help Ubisoft make Assassin's Creed Shadows the smash hit it is today. In fact, you're fired. The game was too successful. We can't afford you anymore. Which actually leads me to my next point. A disturbing amount of you seem to think that this major success will allow the 19,000 people working here to keep their jobs, and unfortunately, that's just not true.
Yeah, they're cutting people already.
In day one earnings, well, that means we'll be laying off at least a couple thousand Frenchmen, and we'll be replacing them with
if they want to have someone to point fingers at for producing crappy material, look at themselves.
They never will, you know that. The higher-ups never look at themselves. They never want to blame themselves for things going bad. It's just...
all over me.
They never want to take the blame for things going bad. They're always like, no, it was the other people. They just didn't work hard enough for our vision or some stupid thing like that.
Garden Modest one.
I
Half
feel-
of the time, their vision is a piece of garbage.
Oh, it definitely is. But they don't listen. It's just
And it's mostly not even what we even want.
the problem is corporate higher-ups don't understand the normal person, and they, like Laser Pig once said, because he did a video on Skull and Bones, they will always use numbers to justify everything they say, and when they say, they're like, oh, someone must have gotten the numbers wrong, because it's not the numbers they want.
Duke, no, please don't start your song and dance.
Anyway.
I'm not moving off the computer chair for you.
I
Anyway.
note on all that sweatshop business. We are deeply disturbed
No.
that word got out about that. Why the hell do you think we hired him? Because they
Yeah,
come
you
in,
know
buy the
they
block,
didn't
and have an
care.
office wine cooler? We already tried that, and look at how that worked out for us. We got Frenchies starting a revolution every other goddamn day. You know what the nice thing is about
I
sweatshops?
feel for those
they
workers.
don't pay them enough to buy picket signs. Allegedly, from what I
They're
hear,
just
say,
doing their
listen,
job
I'm gonna
and
hit
getting
the
screwed
bench of the
over
success
because
of the game, Piendang is going to get
they're-
a
Yeah.
10% raise
they're
on the next one.
told-
Of course, that's going to be
'Cause
monthly,
they
though,
don't-
not daily. The rest of that profit
Because they
goes to
don't
me.
want to change. They quite literally went on an interview where they don't understand why people aren't buying their games. Because there's no life to them. There's no feel. There's no heart. Hello, Falco. How have you been?
It's a half of
Hi, Falco.
and
If I-
there's a piece of heart garbage.
Yeah, it's more like they're ripping out the hearts of their workers. There's nothing of substance, yeah.
Hey, I have 3 ex-wives to feed. Speaking of
Those
which,
poor
you're also
workers.
fired. My marriage was too successful. I'm getting a divorce.
What?
Your salary is going to help me recoup my losses. Now, flashing back to my years when I was working
Now,
on
can
the
we,
game, my role as
rip
chief
out Platy's
consultant
heart?
of dumb fuckery
I-
was problem
I'm not sure he
solving.
has
The
one.
first problem I noticed? Too many French
Yeah,
people
somewhere.
I
said
knew
hit the
you were
sales
gonna
trail
say
every
that too. I had a feeling.
Yeah.
days. Next order,
Too
business
successful.
noticed too many French people, so I said hit the snail trail.
Oh
Pepe.
my God,
Next
they
order
laid
of
off
business,
even
we're
more.
making this one another
Those poor
RPG.
people.
Nothing says Assassin's Creed like walking into a base, everyone's within level range, but then you get to the target and he can one-shot you with a rock. This
Wait,
is
what?
fun, as long as you don't know what
Oh
that
my
word
God.
means or what it feels like. Now, on the point of hating our customers, in the Steam review of every Ubisoft game, people are always complaining about
Oh, yeah,
how we're
they
forcing
started
a second
Target
launcher
people.
on 'em, which is why we're gonna force a third launcher on them. Fuck them. But it's only
They tried
gonna
to
be
take away a bunch of
launcher for
reviews
all
and
the
even tried to
shitty
copyright
Assassin's Creed
people.
games. I want to make a clear line in the sand so that new
For
players don't
for
wander
giving a
off to
review?
better game that we haven't
No, they were
monetized out
copyrighting
the
them.
ass.
They're trying everything to make sure this game sells well, but it's never gonna sell out enough to save their company, is the
They're
problem.
trying to copyright a review. How?
Copyright claim them YouTube videos. You know, people can do that, unfortunately.
Did the black flag have shot the cut the box?
Like
That's a
anyone
great
can do
question,
that.
Pierre. I hope asking it was worth your life. Know for yourself. Make the guy's ass.
I hope
bigger
it's
than
released a
Nahweh's.
counter video saying
Reminder,
that don't
we
buy
are
this
a
game, it's hot
forward-thinking
garbage, and
company.
the
Second
company's
reminder,
corrupt
settle
us.
that lawsuit for
Yeah,
that
they usually
time
try to
when we
get
were
those
too
reviews
forward in
removed.
our thinking. Hang on, I'm getting
Oh,
Why would
dear
you make
God.
the dude protagonist also Japanese? We already have a Japanese. Listen, I'll tell you what you're gonna do. Everyone's
Dear
talking
Lord.
about how they love
I believe
brotherhood,
it.
right? Well, why don't you put a brother in the hood? It'll be like twins with Danny D. The fans are gonna love it. They did not. And whenever
We
he fights,
do not
start
know
to
much
blast
about
the
Yasuke's
loudest rap
history.
music you got.
I
And
wish
not
we
the
did know
racist
more,
way.
but we
here
just
at
don't.
Ubisoft are not racist. So in the least racist way you can. Whenever Yasuke shows up on screen, I want you to be blasting that trap music as loud as you can. And I'm not
Oh,
talking
yeah, they
gay.
did
I'm
do
talking
that,
straight
didn't
up SoundCloud.
Thank you for the resub, bombs. Falco, you didn't need to do that, but it was thank you. It was
Sonic
nice.
ASR. And in the cutscenes, when everything should be all quiet and dramatic, I want you to play the weirdest shit you got.
Wait, what? What is this music?
That doesn't fit the
I
setting
don't
of the
even know what that
scene or
music
anything.
is. Someone
It's
explain that to me.
perfect. God, these juices are just flowing today. You go fire somebody. You
Yeah,
go
that I'll be honest, I'm not angry at Ubisoft for like falling for that because he was believed to be an expert. I'm angry that he did that as a historian. You never just make up stuff as a historian, as someone that actually did study history. That guy makes me so angry.
Shinier. You go at 1,000,000 players.
Because you know he did it just so he could make a book.
Let's talk about the gameplay. We're gonna do a brand new take on the new system where we return to form by changing nothing. Can we all agree on this? Alright, nice, but we need to make these two characters feel distinct,
Swahili?
but equal, not in a racist way. Which is why no ass Yahweh will be great at everything except combat, and Yasuke will be a little bitch that can't even climb a rock. Unless you don't want him to climb a rock, then he'll be able to climb a fucking rock. I want this man to be like our expert plus difficulty, kind of like that whole difficulty system. Right around that 15-hour mark where you're getting bored of the repetitive gameplay loop. I want to cure that boredom by using even less gameplay.
Oh, there's even more.
I'm heating up breakfast because my fat ass slept too much.
Oh dear. I was using microwave.
I have a microwave now set up in my study because I have a habit of sleeping through meals now.
That's not good.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I had to skip breakfast because I'm not a hungry person.
Anyway, I'm going to continue on.
Options. You want a new mechanic? Pull out your credit card. Don't have
Oh,
the
dear
money?
God.
Find a country with flexible labor laws.
Oh,
start
dear
a
God.
sweatshop, and I'll give you some money. Also, that Spartan kid's been on a crutch for the last 3 games, and it's getting old. That being said, we haven't had a new idea come out of this company in 10 years, and I
Unfortunately, yeah, they really haven't. They really are uncreative at Ubisoft. Whoa, what the hell? Oh, more glitches. I guess the game was not unglitching.
But Saul, this is a return to form.
It's
Since we have all these You're not even speaking American anymore. Listen, we don't have to worry about putting in the other half of the gameplay because it rains. Besides, people don't want flow. They don't want a unique identity. They want something that feels like nothing. And I don't mean unique. I want to remind
And got delayed twice to refine the gameplay. Yeah, I don't know what they were doing with those delays then, because there's still problems.
Big and strong. Sarah, look at me. I want them to feel small. And forget flow. Make it
Why?
all stuttery. I want it stuttery as
Why do these games need to have levels?
You can't say yes without making it a 10-syllable word. Use that as your inspiration. I'll send you a tape
my
later.
banana
Speaking of
muffin
flow,
soup
let's talk about
and
that
my
stealth
brownie
right now. I
chocolate
want that assassination button to only work half the time.
What?
Half the time, I want the prompt to assassinate in Assassin's Creed to either not assassinate or
What?
not show up at all. I want half the encounters to play
I hate
out like
that.
this.
What chocolate? Doesn't tell me like, hey,
Oh my
bye-bye.
God.
Stand around with their dicks
Like,
in their
hello,
hands,
I
waiting
am
to
eating.
assassinate in Assassin's Creed. You can
Oh my God. Petra, we know you love Emma Frost. We don't need to hear it every single day.
Ubisoft says you
Otherwise, it becomes a broken meme and frankly rather unattractive.
No, you don't understand. We let them
Or
lay down.
every
They don't get
single
anything
twice.
else. Don't overthink this, guys. These people will buy anything. In 15 years, we'll be selling a JPEG called
One person can
Assassin's
only deal
Creed.
with so much of
Fuck
one
you,
person
give me your
before
money.
they
And these
frankly
people would
becomes
still pay us $90 for.
Yeah.
Reminder,
Annoying.
the poor core is feeling stiffer than our executives when they get near the
Yes, you thirst for
secretaries.
Emma Frost,
Add
we
more
get it.
flips to distract. Next thing, some guy came up to me the other day and told me we should make a great 12-hour game instead of 80 hours of pondering the rope. So I
Yeah.
shot him. But don't worry, I shot him in the game, so it only did 10% of his health. Our games
Oh my
aren't
God.
meant to be enjoyed, they're meant to be endured. What are we gonna do? Make a memorable short
Yeah.
campaign, sell 5 million copies in the first
I
month,
love
and
Space Marine
immediately get a
2, dear
sequel
God.
like some fucking
I need to play it
chode?
more.
No! I want to lock all your abilities behind 50 fetch quests, and when you go to do that meditation quest as a break from all the fetch quests, I want it to trigger a flashback to that one time where you did a fetch
What?
quest.
Wait, what?
Eat a dick. No,
Oh my God, that's
Don't
awful.
look at me like that. Stop that. I want to beat the fans down with monotony until they buy the Yasuke farting vent clouds bundle out of some
Ugh.
confused
Oh
idea
my
that that'll bring
God,
them
was
joy.
that
Think about it
Mark?
like this. For just
Sounds like a mark on his
$20, you
face.
could help me furnish my yacht with high-end Dutch prostitutes.
What the
Every
hell?
day that no one buys a
Big
microtransaction,
seven.
one of our executive goes without a line of coke up his nose. Will you
Oh
be
my
our
Lord.
guardian angel? Then just punch in your credit card and buy any one of these bundles. Speaking of people that need help, the enemy
Yeah, I don't
program
understand
has
making
been
bundles
slowly
for
degrading
single-player
for the last
games
10
like
years,
that.
And the dev team was asking earlier if they should spend any time fixing it. So here's what I'm thinking. Fuck them, fuck them. All right, I'll lay them all off. That's what I thought.
Yeah, of course they would.
Sorry, those are just some associates of mine. I thought I'd put that on vibrate. All right, I had some ideas for the story. First off, my wife's had 100 rounds of Botox in our last 2 years of of marriage. I haven't seen her emote in years.
What
Use
the hell?
that as the inspiration for the facial animations. I'll send you a tape later.
But
Good lord.
fight.
My pain is constant and sharp.
Actually, I'm already looking at a cutscene right now. I can't tell whether she's happy, sad, or needs to take a shit. You guys nailed it. Forget what I said. Second, with the GDP of Bosnia invested into this game already,
Child?
I think the
I don't.
voice acting
Was
is
she
where we need
crying
to start
for
pinching
seeing
our
a child?
toes in our
I don't
story
know what's
footage.
going on
Have
there.
you ever heard of AI? It's like a digital robot sweatshop. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Future Fleek here. Now, I can't say whether or not we use the AI, but I will say the end result was
She looks like she was
indistinguishable from
traumatized by
high-end
the
actors
child.
such
Like,
as
oh my
Daniel
god, it's a
Day-Lewis
tiny
and
terror.
Lincoln.
Free
Check
me.
this out.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
Samurai.
Nissan, Honda, Mitsubishi,
Free
Subaru.
me
Sorry,
from
my
this
bad. I had a
child
mode on.
Oh,
that
Turn it off. There you
traumatizes
go.
my days and my night.
Oh yeah, that was really bad. Cause one of the love interest possible. Junior? No. Sorry, my dog just came in.
Aw, the doggy.
She knows she's not supposed to come in when the door's closed. So she's being bad. Anyway, what I was about to say is, yeah, that was, Japan's really angry about this game, to say the least.
Without much warning after a storm.
Now, on a real note, I want you guys to get your lawyers
Sorry,
ready
I
to
got
sue
distracted by my
anyone
dog.
that harasses Ubisoft employees. I want the whole world to know that the only people who can harass Ubisoft employees is Ubisoft.
Yeah, they do harass their own employees, don't they?
Please, everyone, the applause is really unnecessary. I'm but a humble man to the people, the higher tax bracket people. I put on my
Oh,
Prada
God.
slippers, one Sudanese leather monk strap at a time, all right? And that's how
I didn't
made
even
this
know
game
about
the
those kind of
success
shoes.
that it is today. AC Shadows is such a success that our 18,000 employee company just got cucked by a game
I don't think I
developed
would
by
not
one
like those
man
shoes.
named
They don't look
Tyler. It's
comfy.
Oh yeah,
such a
that was the
success
game
that people
about,
can't even
I'm
run
not sure if I'm
Monster
allowed to say that
Hunter
on
Wilds, and
YouTube
they're
or
still
Twitch.
buying it more than Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's such a success, we just shut
Probably
it
The
down.
drugs.
It's such a success, and we just became 10 cents bitch. It's such a success.
Yeah.
Stocks hitting 5-year lows,
Yeah.
so eat a dick, John.
Ubisoft
Wait
is
until
done,
you
I
see
feel
how
like.
successful we are after Assassin's Creed
They've
Crazy Cat
put
Lady
themselves in a
drops.
corner
Maybe
where they're
strong
not gonna get
feminine
any
energy can take
returns
us
from
to
it.
new heights.
They really aren't.
Right here, Jaw. I swear to God, if you don't give this game a you're doing
They're
it.
borderline not gonna have any employees who want to work for them anymore. I feel.
Ubisoft is a dirty name in trying to get employment, I feel like. Anyway, if you don't like Ubisoft, maybe consider checking out the Patreon or any of our other crazy stuff we have here.
I feel like the most people that would probably send to them, like application-wise, would be people who are from a temp agency type work.
Yeah, I don't understand anyone like supporting Ubisoft right now. They are terrible people, the higher-ups. The little guys I understand, but honestly, if I could, I would just try and find them a better job. Because, dear God, what I've heard sounds like a horror show. Anyway, yes, like, come subscribe if
You
you...
won't even get a better job.
Yes, I do.
Can't
But
find
I
one.
care more about other people than I do about myself, so... Thank you all so much. If you like what I'm doing here, please do consider following, consider subscribing, or consider checking out the Patreon. We'll see you all later. And yes, I've tried to get another job. Anyway, bye.